people have wild takes about Shedeur one way or the other. And there's really no data to back up one thing or the other. This start with a full week of practice with the number ones is going to be the first time we'll get a really clear look at evaluating Shedeur. And people will say, well, he played really well in that preseason game that he was able to start. Yes, he did. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. Comparing a preseason game to an NFL regular season game is like comparing a Wagyu beef burger to a tofu burger. Technically, they're both burgers. They could not be more different. It is a totally different dynamic going into an NFL game than a preseason game. So what you're going to look for Shedeur, and I'm sure the Tommy Rees, the offensive coordinator, and the entire staff are going to probably find a way to get him some quick throws early to get him in some rhythm. And then as the game progresses, put a little more on his plate if he handles those things well. Look, no matter what happens against the Raiders, it will not define Shedeur Sanders one way or the other. But you're going to have to see an improvement. You're going to have to see something better than what we saw in the second half against the Ravens. I have no idea what Shedeur Sanders will be. I hope for his sake and the Browns' sake, because he's the 42nd starting quarterback for the team since they came back into the league in 1999. You hope for his sake and the fans' sake and the franchise's sake that they see something. But I can promise you that Max Crosby and the Raiders' entire defensive staff is going to do everything they can to make him uncomfortable. This is not a value judgment or a final verdict on Shedeur Sanders' NFL career one way or the other. But the historical data suggests that it's not going to go very well, and you're just going to have to find a way to glean something positive out of it. And if it does go well,